Hi guys, welcome back to my XPS guide. Now I'm gonna review Sieghard and Ignacio. So they are LB finisher. So let's compare them to Crown Prince Noctis and Aldor King Rain. Yes, I know Aldor King Rain and CP Noctis are not LB finisher, but they rely on LB, right? So one thing I must say for Sieghard and Ignacio is they are amazing in terms of LB push damage, because like you can see here, they get 250% LB damage, which is insane guys, because really the maximum effect you can stack for LB damage is 300%. That means you only need 50% more to reach that maximum number. Their offensive power is also quite good. Okay, they get 180% attack boost and 200% true double hand. The main drawback is you need to equip axe. Okay, for veteran players that may be not a big problem, because we just got amazing two-handed axe from the Scorn of Great Explosion. But for newbie players, that will be a problem, because there are only limited number of two-handed axe on this game. Okay, for survivability, I must say it is great for a physical attackers, but not great for a tanker. So really guys, if you plan to make Sieghard and Ignacio into a tanker, I wouldn't suggest that, okay? Because like you can see that they only get 100% defense boost. Yes, they can achieve that 130% defense boost, but you need to equip light or heavy shield on them, which is kind of stupid, okay, because they are a taker. And for limit burst, they also have LB regen and no faster LB rate, but they got faster LB rate from their Trustmaster reward, okay. Another amazing thing about Sieghard and Ignacio is they have 80% fire and earth resist, okay, amazing. And I think that's all you need to know about their passives. So far, I got nothing to complain about their passives. Really solid for physical attackers. Okay, now what about abilities? Let's take a look on them. Like I said, do not make him tank. Okay, and for side abilities, they able to break, attack magic, and defense speed by 60%. So useful on early game, but later I have been tired to saying this, it is almost unusable. Okay, and they also have useless one target 80% fire and earth resist buff. This is nice spell if you need if you able to cover enemies fire and earth attack, okay, but usually you need good elemental resist on all characters, okay, but when it is useful, then it is good. It also refill 6 LB gauge, which is nice thing to have. For Imperil, they able to Imperil fire and earth resist by 100%, nice. But the problem for their elemental imbue is it is locked behind a setup. Like you know that they are two-handed characters, so elemental imbue is really important for them. So yes, by needing a setup to use that, it's kinda annoying in my opinion, okay. They're also able to buff your party, but I must say they are kinda bad, only 120%, so you cannot ditch your buffer maybe. Just ignore it, okay. And the unique thing is Spotlight on Me. They able to make one ally to tank for your party. Okay, so you may think, whoa, this is great for emergency situation. Yes, maybe, but if it is really emergency situation, why you don't use AoE cover on yourself? I mean, they also have normal AoE cover as their abilities, so I don't think this skill is any good. Okay, 20 turns cooldown. Yes, the chance is 100%, but I don't think it is that necessary, okay. It is not the thing that makes them great. So enough about side abilities, let's talk about the offensive. For offensive, the most powerful ability they able to cast is Gigantic Hawk. Oh my god, this is insane because this deal 120 times damage. Yes, this is amazing. Because first, the cooldown is only 7 turns. If you remember, Cartin deal 99 times damage, but the cooldown is 10 turns, so it is very long, but this one deals more damage and has less cooldown time. Okay, so that's already amazing. Then other good things about this skill is this will give you 220% LP damage boost. Okay, so with that buffs, your LB gonna deal insane amount of damage. You can see it on the screen. Based on calculation, if you're able to reach 300% LB damage boost passive, okay, which is easy to do, then whoa, you will deal 148.8 times damage. How's that not amazing? That's before Imperil, guys. With Imperil, you will deal insanely high damage. Okay, the LB also only need 32 crystals, not that much, and without buff, it still deals nice damage. Okay, only 96 times, but yeah, nice. On normal abilities, the maximum damage he can deal is only 30 times. Okay, so I think when you not able to use your LB or cooldown ability, it's better to Imperil or simply re-imbue your attack buff. For Magnus ability, it is either troll or super useful, okay, because if you read the description, yes, it seems nice, okay, because it will allow all your allies using hiding and Sieghard and Ignacio take the damage. He probably died, but he has that auto revive buff, which is nice, but because this is only usable 1 per battle, so I think if you really absolutely need this skill, then it's only usable if the enemy only use the skill 1 time. Okay, if the enemy you can use super crazy powerful attack every time, let's say every 5 turns, then this skill is also useless because you can only cast this once per battle. Okay, that's what I mean. Okay, so again, this is not the skill that makes him great. So basically, I just want to say, just treat him as brutal finisher who deals lots of damage. So for rotation, on the first turn, you want to use striking good looks to buff your attack and defense stats, and yeah, combine it with Fire Imperil and deal some damage with Love Hurts. On second turn, you finally able to imbue yourself with Fire Element or Earth Element, choose, and I choose to inflict the Fire Imperil again. Okay, I just afraid it will run out before I able to deal my most powerful attack, so I simply refresh it. Okay, so on the third turn, I will use Gigantic Hug, and on the fourth turn, follow it with Limit Burst. Okay, so actually, I'm not sure whether on the fourth turn, your 300% attack buff is still there or not. If it is not there, then Sieghard and Ignacio really need to rely on other characters to imbue themselves with element. Okay, so in that case, if you have, let's say you have Ignis who able to imbue Sieghard with Fire Element, then on the second turn you can immediately use Gigantic Hug, and on the third turn you can use your LB. Okay, so the bad thing about this is, like you can see before, that Gigantic Hug has 7 turns cooldown, and your striking good looks has 5 turns cooldown. So you have 2 turns maybe without strong attacks. Okay, on that turns you maybe deal less damage than other characters, but yes, if you need burst damage, I can say that Sieghard and Ignacio are the king at this moment. And for party, I recommend you to use Paladin Cecil and Locke, because they can chain together with Stardust Ray. That makes you do not need to bring chainers. Okay, so this is the problem you have if you bring finisher to your party. You need to have, yes, someone who able to chain with side rolls, okay? Okay, and yes, you can see it on the screen. For Provoker, I think Lucas is the best because he can imbue Siegnacio with fire element, okay? So eliminate one useless egg for them to do. Okay, so enough about abilities, let's talk about equipment. So for equipment, it is easy for veteran. I have said this, simply equip Demon Axe. But for newbie, if you still insist pulling for Siegnacio after knowing this, then the best weapon probably the Ignition Axe, because it already has fire element, so you don't need to imbue yourself with fire element. But beware, you don't take advantage from two-handed weapon. Two-handed weapon advantage is having higher modifier, so yeah, that's a big advantage you don't use if you use one-handed axe. Okay, and the rest you can see it on the screen. Simply max their LB damage boost and through double hand. After that, focus on their attack stats. So enough about equipment. My conclusion for Siegnacio. So yes, Siegnacio is really good finisher, the best finisher at this moment, but I still don't recommend you to pull for them because really guys, finisher is hard to use. Yes, you're able to do that Paladin Cecil and lock combination, but they require tight timing. The LB buff only lasts for one turn. So let's say when you need to use your LB, okay, when you need to use your LB, just imagine that your Paladin Cecil also needs to cover because the enemies dispel you. In that case, you just waste it. That's what I mean by finisher is hard to use, because you need to time your action with other characters. I don't like that, but if you're able to pull that off, then yes, you can use finisher party. It's just a matter of preference. But for me, I don't like it. I simply prefer bring two chainers because I simply let other roles do their job. Okay, and their Magnus ability is nice, okay, very unique, but yeah, I don't think you should pull them for that. The reason you should pull for them is if you need finisher, but beware guys, DPS is prone to power creep. So really, I cannot recommend you to pull for them because yeah, for DPS, I think it's better to wait for permanent character. In that case, you can use Prism to get them. But for Sieghard and Ignacio, I don't dare to pull them. Okay. And for Trust Mastery Reward, it is nice because it is non-restricted to any weapon. Okay, so you can, yeah, you will be happy if you have that. But I don't recommend you to chase that. For STMR, it is kinda niche. Only them who able to use this to the max. Okay, so really guys, I don't think it's a good idea. And compared to Noctis and Aldur King Rain, of course, Siegnacio have better damage. They are newer characters, and yes, the problem is Aldur King Rain is still perfectly usable and much easier to use. That's why, really guys, if you have Aldur King Rain, yes, Aldur King Rain deals inferior damage but easier to use, so you don't need to pull for Siegnacio. That's just my conclusion guys, okay? But if you love finisher party, then he is absolutely a must-have for you. Okay, so yep, thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Final Fantasy Brave Exvius guide. Bye bye guys!